It happened behind closed doors, until now. A bombshell leak from this morning's Parliamentary Oversight Committee confirms what many feared. Kate Middleton's private journal, once hidden in the quiet corners of Kensington Palace, has now been formally entered into the official record under sealed review. And in it, one haunting line has ignited global headlines: "There were moments I was truly scared of her. Not for myself. For my family." No name was mentioned in the entry, but sources say the entire room fell silent because everyone knew exactly who Kate was referring to: Meghan Markle. Fire if this story sends chills down your spine, like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're diving deep into the story the palace never wanted out, and what's inside this journal could shake the monarchy to its core. This isn't rumor or tabloid fluff. What we now know is this: Kate's journal is more than personal writing, it's a historical document. One that's been time-stamped, reviewed, and now entered into evidence in connection with a larger investigation. One of the first entries read in Parliament was written just 11 days after Princess Charlotte's school records were reportedly accessed without authorization, a moment that turned suspicion into fear. According to MPs present, the excerpts were read aloud by a senior aide. The mood? Chilling. One official described Kate's handwriting as tight, deliberate, and emotionally restrained. The session had to pause twice due to the emotional weight of the material. From the very beginning, this wasn't about royal drama. This was about protection, perception, and power. Kate's words painted a picture of a mother realizing her home, and her role, was under silent siege. And she didn't raise her voice. She raised the alarm through ink. The entries form more than a diary. They create a timeline. One that spans over 2 years. With names, dates, and moments that now line up with surveillance evidence flagged by both MI6 and the FBI. In a 2021 entry, Kate describes a charity event in New York where Meghan made headlines. She wrote, "I remember smiling at her across the press line and feeling cold. Not just awkward. Cold. Like I was being studied, not seen." That line alone made Parliament pause. Because it didn't read like jealousy. It read like early awareness, of something subtle, calculated, and unfolding behind the scenes. Kate detailed moments when Meghan asked unusual questions about royal calendars, staffing patterns, and internal protocols, repeatedly. At first, Kate said she brushed them off. But by the third or fourth time, the pattern was too deliberate to ignore. One entry, dated January 2022, reads, "She asked about my public calendar again. I brushed it off, but it's the third time. I told William. He said I was overthinking. I'm not sure anymore." But it was an entry from June 17, 2025, that reportedly brought the chamber to complete silence. Kate wrote, "The day Charlotte's file was accessed, I felt it in my body, like something was off before I even saw the alert. I checked the security log twice. I knew. I just knew." That date? It aligns perfectly with a 48-hour surveillance flag noted by both MI6 and the FBI. One MP reportedly whispered, "She knew before the intelligence teams did." Analysts now say Kate may have noticed behavioral patterns so precise, they pointed to a breach before it even occurred. A private security expert later remarked, "Kate wasn't paranoid. She was accurate. And that changes everything." But what really rattled Parliament wasn't just what Kate saw in Meghan, it's what she began to fear for Harry. One entry reads, "Harry doesn't see it. Or maybe he refuses to. I've watched him echo her words, word for word, even when they contradict his own memories. That scares me the most." That line, officials say, moved the room from sympathetic to stunned. Because now, it wasn't just about palace tension. It was about emotional manipulation at the highest level, the future of the crown. One senior MP put it bluntly, if a senior royal is being emotionally influenced to undermine his own bloodline, we're not talking about a family rift. We're talking about national vulnerability. The journal continues with moments that reveal Meghan's reported strategic behavior, like a time she allegedly whispered to Kate, "We're the future now. You can feel it, right?" Kate wrote that it wasn't a suggestion, it was a warning. Other entries mention interactions where Meghan allegedly asked about Charlotte's schedule, prompting Kate to describe the questions as, not maternal curiosity, something else entirely. Every entry, officials say, added a new layer of concern. And just when the chamber thought it had heard the worst, one final entry. The last line read before the journal was sealed in the Royal Archive, shifted the story from emotional to explosive. "I wrote this so my children will one day understand why I stayed silent. I wasn't weak. I was waiting for proof. And now they have it." Audible gasps echoed through the room. A respected royal historian tweeted moments later, "Kate's journal isn't just personal. It's a silent weapon, one she hoped she'd never need to use." That journal is now being held in a sealed, classified vault. Parliament is considering public disclosure hearings. Because if what Kate wrote lines up with what the FBI heard on their wiretaps, this isn't about royal tension anymore. This is a crisis of truth, protection, and betrayal, one that could define the future of the monarchy itself. She didn't gossip. She didn't rant. She didn't fight back publicly. Instead, she documented everything. Quietly. Carefully. Precisely. For the day someone might need to understand what really happened. And that day is today.